welcome, everybody, to this episode of Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Keith Armstrong, along with
Your boy, son of John and Margie Armstrong, your boy Fluke Dog, going old school.
also along with
Total live.
the Fodelier in the house, man. Hey, frequent flyer, always have a good time,
Always had a
Yeah.
good time.
and also great perspective. See that I think we've been blessed with it when it comes to this podcast. That every guest, and I'm not kidding when I say that, every guest has given a great view of their perspective.
Absolutely.
So that's why we do it. That's why we do it now, Corey, is because we own it. Jaquari, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm trying to figure my technology out. Man. Hold on one second.
Jay.
All right, brother.
Okay. Uh, but
Please excuse me. Corey, what's going on, bro?
What up, Jay? What's good?
Okay,
each and, each and every guest, man, each and every guest, and this is no joke, has given us a view of who they are and how they see things. So the name Strong Perspective, oh yeah, it's a play on words. We Armstrong. What? Really? But really, truly, that's why that last bit is not Armstrong Perspective. It is Strong Perspective. So that plugs into everybody. You know what I'm saying? Little bit of housekeeping before we go to the Strong Perspective podcast. And look, get on board on Instagram. Definitely get on board on YouTube. And we on TikTok too now, baby. You know what I mean? Our shorts, you can find our shorts on TikTok. Check us out, man. You know what I mean? This momentum is building. We're on the way. We're on the way. And you know how they say, guys, how everybody think that hip hop, great hip hop artists were overnight successes. That's not true. It took them 3 to 4 years to percolate and boil and do their thing. And then next thing you know, boom, now everybody know him. Well, he's an overnight success. That only happened in movies. You know what I'm saying? While we wait for Corey to come back in, when he finished cussing out his laptop or tablet. Damon, how was your day today, brother?
The day was very, very good. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's all because of the weather, man. It's like 78 starting off, as compared to like
Pardon me,
90 or
fellas.
106.
Good, Corey. Go ahead. Yes, sir. 2 days
I,
ago we had 100 degrees, man. But go ahead.
man, we had like 106. Hey, I'm better, man, because I woke up not miserable and hot. Hey, man, it's all right. I'm a fall person anyway, so.
Hey,
Amen.
hold on. For Monday, did you go through your email to click on because we don't see you up here? Yeah, I got support. But Jaquari, how was your day today?
It was cool, man. I was actually asleep like 2 minutes ago, man. That's why I was late coming
Wow.
on. I woke up. I woke up.
Okay.
I woke up
Wait,
with one of. I woke up. Woke up
That's
with
what
one of
I'm
those.
saying.
Looking around the room and shit. Yeah, you something you supposed to be doing, folks. I apologize for my tardiness, gentlemen, but as always, it's good to see you guys. And
Good to see you too, brother.
my day was cool, man. Nothing special.
That's why they call it the live show.
Yeah. Oh, is he talking to us? Oh, no, no, I'm
You,
not
hey,
hearing.
Corey,
I
right.
heard somebody.
Corey, give us your day, brother. That's why I was kind of pointing. But go ahead. We're improvising. Tell us about your day.
Oh, my bad. Oh, it was a day. Yeah. I woke up, had a chance to do a bunch of shit, and I'm still doing a bunch of shit.
There you go.
Damn, that was
Uh-huh.
short and sweet. What?
He
Yeah.
said, he said miles to go before I sleep.
Look, Corey, you got dramatic and then stop.
Yeah. Because that's what it was. It was like I opened my eyes like every day. If I open my eyes, I'd be like, oh shit, I got another opportunity to do something.
That's real. That's real.
Right.
You can either
Oh,
focus on the negative of the day or the positive of the day. And the
yes,
positive of the
sir.
day is cup of coffee, smoke something.
Our next guest gonna be on also. Hey, listen, we always what my goal and our goal actually is when we think about things, we either find topics that's close to our heart, right? And also something that all the guests and all the hosts can sink their teeth into to really and truly just rap about. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
So what I want to do is start from the beginning because Damon, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to bless us with a topic toward the end that we can all comment about and just go from there. But let me ask you a question. First question, topic of the day. What's the value of friendship to you? What is the value of friendship to you throughout your life, at this moment, in the future? What is the value of friendship?
Yo,
Ron Monday.
yo, y'all hear me?
Oh yeah,
Ronnie Munn.
What's going on?
Ronnie Munstone.
welcome, welcome.
Hey, what's happening, brothers?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, 1-2, baby.
Look at him. Look at him. Pittsburgh, born and bred. Look at him.
Man, you better say it. Northside, born and bred.
Hey,
Hey, my man, old Brago.
look,
Caparini.
hey Ron, I didn't tell Corey that you was coming on. I waited until you popped up on this joint. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it. Yeah.
Oh, it's good seeing y'all, brothers, man.
Yeah, just to give a little background, them two brothers, Ron and Corey, they do or die, they friends for life type of deal. You know what
Hey,
I'm
look
saying?
here, man. We like Ghostface, Raekwon, the Chef, man. We like Styles P and Jada, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, when I met them, they
Nope.
was together.
Frickin' frack.
Yep.
Hey,
Nut one, nut two.
yes, sir. Hey,
Hey, y'all see I'm in here, man. Just call me Frankie Mumberly from now on. Not Frankie Beverly, Frankie Munberly, man.
yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, Ron,
Yeah,
tell us about your day. Then we're gonna get into the first topic of the day.
just I'm in the car, so that's why, you know what I mean. But just football practice, man, coaching little kids, man, with the 12 and 13-year-old, man, coaching them, man, and uh that's what I've been doing today. Worked earlier and this coaching thing. That's why I left out. We done at 8 o'clock. And so that's why I said let's go sit in my car, man, and come on. But other thing, that's cool, man. You know what I mean? It just coaching these kids now is rough, man. These 12 and 13-year-olds, man, you want to punch them in the face, man.
You know, Ron, you gotta blame COVID
Niggas
because think about it, them outside years, they was inside. They was in,
Yeah, that's true.
you know what I'm saying? You know,
They, man, these little dudes, man. Not to sound dirty, man. These little chumps, man. We got a girl on the team, man, and she 13, man. One of the little players, man. He a little street guy, man. We didn't found out he didn't knocked it. Oh man,
oh,
yeah, man.
whoa.
Yeah, he didn't knock their boots, man. And she run around her tackling like a mug, man.
All right, look.
Quit hit for nothing when she first started playing in the way. Her brother play, her little brother played with us too. And man,
Oh
as soon as they
man.
said he didn't knock it down, man, he
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I want her to quit.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Wait. Look, I know you need to talk to them. Did the parents let you know what was going on? Because them the first that need to know. You know what I mean?
Oh man, them parents, man, it's like pulling teeth trying to get the kids. You know what I mean? They need the birth certificate and the physical, man,
Okay.
and everything got to be handed in Sunday. And oh man, them parents, man, especially the mothers, man, it's like, yo, going down there, send us a birth certificate. All we need is a copy, and you know what I mean. And so we can do what we got to do, and take and get a physical, man. It's like I said, it's just pulling through my 9th year coaching, man. It's a wrap.
Mm.
Them kids make you feel old, man.
They're old, huh?
And then I coach, like I said, me and one of my partners, Corey, you remember Brian Smith
Yep.
from Charter, me and him coach. So
Yeah.
Brian, B, 2 years, B, we 56, B is 54, and the head coach, they in their 30s, man. The other coach in their 30s. So that connect is, you know what I mean, man? With us, they figure we old school, so, but it's cool, man. It gets me outside, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
But I still want to punch him in the face.
Mm.
Hey, look. Here's a disclaimer. Ron is a tough guy, but he's one of the nicest men you ever want to meet.
Yeah.
So don't come at him like he's saying something wrong. It's more of a joke than anything. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about the audience. Talking about the audience.
Yeah, it's good. It's all good, man. I joke with the kids, man, and stuff like that. There, my normal thing, man. Keep them, because they don't see love. They don't see no type of love like that. They hanging in the streets or whatever. And like I said, man, I try to keep it 100 with them, man. So whenever they turn about 14, whatever, man, and they, the younger they get now, they out here in these streets with these, with these pistols, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I make sure if these cats see me, man, when they get older, man, they be like, "Oh, Coach Ron, all right, they'll leave me alone. I get a pass, man."
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But that young coach be cussing at him. I stay away from him because they gonna be the one he gonna get.
You'd be surprised how much value that holds, to especially the young men, with somebody who they see is straightforward, and somebody who they might aspire to be like one day.
Right.
To pull them to the side and say, "Hey, man, I really wanted to punch you in your face. Here it is."
Yeah.
You got to explain it to them. You know
it
what I
is.
mean?
Definitely.
That is
Definitely.
the best right there.
Yeah,
Because,
it was effective because that's what our dad used to do to us, man. Like, son, tell me why I shouldn't kick your ass right now.
Right.
And
they
I'm
moms,
sorry,
baby.
go ahead,
They moms baby them and all that stuff like that there, and let them do what they got to do. Run these streets or whatever. And like I say, man, coaching wise, my younger son, he's 29 now, so I always used to coach him and all his buddies, man, and all his friends, man, that are like his age, 29 or 30, that I coach now. I see him, man, and Coach Ron, when I see when they grown, they doing all right, man. They see me, man, and first thing they do, man, they come up. Oh, Coach, if they with their little friends or so, their girlfriends, man, they introduce me because they like, this man is the best coach. Yeah, man, he real. He real, man. He real. You know what I mean? And that feels good because I'm seeing, I'm like, hey, you doing all right? Yeah, I'm doing all right. And like introduce me, like I said, introduce me to the girlfriends or whatever. And I had one dude, man. I coached him, like I said, with my son back in the days. And I was in his Jamaican restaurant going to get some food. So he was in there. And I'm like, hey, he said, what's up, Coach Ron? I'm like, what's going on, man? We talking. And I said, how you doing, man? He said, I'm doing good. I'm working, staying out of trouble. And, he said, you still coaching over there? And I said, yeah, I'm coaching again. And I went to get my food, man. And the brother brought my food out. And I was ready to get it. And, man, don't you know this dude was like, hey, Coach, you mind if I pay for your food? I said, you sure, man? I said, you ain't got to do that, man. No. He said, because you was all right when you wanted the coaches. It was all right. You kept it real, and you didn't pull no punches and this and that. So I said, damn. I said, well, that's cool, man, but you don't have to. No, I want to, coach. He said, because you've been in a lot, and my life coming up as a kid and whatnot. And this lady was standing there, right? So I turned around, looked at her, and oh man, she heard the whole thing, man. She wiping her eyes, she got to tear up, man. I didn't know her from Adam, man. You know what I'm saying? She got to tearing up, man, and I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I looked at her, man, and then my eyes started watering a little bit. You know what I mean, man? I was like, damn. I'm thinking he might take the food back. He might take the food back now and shit. But that you know what I mean? That made me feel good, man.
Hey, Ron, it wasn't like, you're not the coach, Ron. I remember. What you crying about?
You sucker.
What is this, man? What is this? What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, you a simp, man. Coach is a simp. You had that little slang or something. You know what I mean? Like, coach is a simp, gang. You know what I mean? Coach all moist and shit.
But listen. Right before, and look, you came in right on time, as a matter of fact. And the topic was value of friendship, how much you value friendship. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because, like I said, I introduced you both as lifetime friends. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I met you guys, and that's what I liked about both y'all, because y'all sworn together like, yo, every time I seen one, I seen the other.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and Orlando Tigua, when we used to see him out, he used to call me, and we see him out at the clubs. Orlando Tigua, he used to call me and Corey left nut, right nut. Hey, Rug, you remember that? Every time he seen it, we see Antigua, man, Orlando Tigua. There they go. My boys.
Nut one and nut two.
Left nut, right nut.
Yep.
That's funny.
I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember that.
All right, let's do this. One of the best. Hey, Damon.
No.
The value of friendship. Can give us your assessment, bro.
My assessment is somebody, man, when you in a crisis, man, and somebody comes along when you at your lowest point in despair, and they come along and give you some support, some inspiration. You know what I'm saying? That's a friendship.
Okay.
And on the other side of it is that person who tells you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have a tendency to be bullshitting sometimes.
Yeah.
If you got a friend that's saying, hey man, listen, let me pull you to the side. Not in front of everybody and all that, but let me pull you to the side, and they come correct with it, being supportive, man, that's a friend.
That's real. Corey.
Oh, I'm glad you had this dude on here. When I moved to Pittsburgh, he was one of the first people, and it goes back to what you were saying earlier about the genuineness. Don't let the toughness and all that other shit fool you. The same thing that he's doing with these kids today is what he did with me. So the fact that we raised each other, that for me is the value of friendship.
Okay. Ron, look, as a matter of fact, go ahead and do you, since your man said what he was saying. Because, look, let me just say this. There's always that one or two, and it's really with me, it's three. My brothers, they both my best friends, right? All three of us differ, but that's my best friend. This what they my ride or die. And then Demetrius Gord, God bless the dead. Those was my ride or die guys. You feel what I'm saying? So, Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, like Corey said, man, like one thing about me is I get it from my pops, man. I always heard people speak highly of my pops. And I always hit how good guy he was, man, about family and the friends and a lot of his friends, man, that he went back with and was still, cool with and whatnot, man, all these years. That's how I am, man. Like, if I see somebody and I'm like, you get that vibe, man. And one thing always about me, I always was a good character of picking friends. You feel what I'm saying? And like a friend for me, man, a true friend with me also is not only just a friend, it makes him family to me. You feel what I'm saying? Stuff like that there, like as a guy, like a brother, man, or as a female friend, like a sister. And it's my personality, man. Like I said, I would sit back, man, and ain't never been no hater or nothing like that there. And just, you pick somebody, man, and you see him, feel him through. And with me, man, I give from the heart. You feel what I'm saying? So just like you said, that genuine love, man, and to be like, hey, man, if you need me, man, yo, let me know. If you ain't all right, I'm gonna check on you and this and that. Make sure you all right. If you ain't doing all right, you can always talk with me. You know what I mean? Hey, man, I'm not the type of guy, man, is like I said, as humorous as I am, somebody got some serious stuff. I can get serious. Somebody talking serious stuff. Hey, man, call me anytime, man. If you want to say anything or get something off your chest, man, where like, some people, man, like a friend, not a person, you talking to somebody and they telling you something, man, they doing rough times and this and that, and the cat laugh or something like that there. That ain't no friend, man.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give, when you telling me stuff like that there, man, it go no further than me. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And it just, I mean, all that, man, just like with me and him, when he first came up here, man, we was 17 years old. We're 17 going 18 years old, man. And just once I seen him, man, he seen me, I'm over there cutting up. And I'm quite sure he was thinking like, damn, man, this cat remind me of somebody from home. You know what I mean?
He was the first comedian that, how you have friends, right? That's funny, but they're not funny all the time, right?
Yeah.
He was the first nigga that I actually saw that was Martin Lawrence before Martin Lawrence. That type of shit.
That's like how me and Dre, like Core and Dre, man, my road dogs, man. When how me and Miles met, Core, I think you was in the service, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Core was in the service. He left, went to the service right before he got out. We'd be down Forbes Studio. I'd be down there solo. and Dre be chilling, sitting over there chilling or whatnot. And next thing you know, man, I remember when that big thing got on with the fight. And by me seeing him, all them time, it was like, yo, man, you always be down here rolling by yourself. And he said that to me, vice versa. And I'm like, yeah, man, we got to talking and rapping, man. It was like, damn, man, he was like, you just remind me of a cat from home up in New York, man, and this and that. And when that thing went down, man, I was like, yo, man, what's up? I'm here. It's just me, but I'm down, whatever's going to go down. And then from there, man, me and Miles got cool. And it was so wild. Once we got cool, man, we found out, man, our birthdays was 2 days apart. You know what I mean? Both Tauruses. And when Core came home, I told Core, I said, yo, man, met this cat, Dre Mullins, man, cool dude. He from Left Rack, Queens, boom, this and that. And then when they introduced him to Core, I said, my man, Core, boom, boom, boom. And then all three of us from there, man, that's what's like, wow. And I'm talking about that's over 30. What's that over? Me and Core, about what? Over 40, almost 40, 41.
Yeah.
Close to it.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then and with Dre, it's over 30, over 35, 36 years, man. So,
yeah.
I'm just a true friend, man. And I know who to pick and see. The same thing with you, big dog. When we met with Meech and all that, man, you could see like, man, these two little dudes, man, something about them. And it was the same with you. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You open yourself.
1,000%.
You always can open yourself up to when you could feel it. When you a real person, a real brother. I ain't gonna say real nigga because I'm tired of hearing that type of crap. A real brother, man.
Yeah.
You always be like, man, something about this dude, man. Is something he genuine, man. Something about this guy, man. And you sit back and watch and like, man, the way they move and he watch the way you move, and it's like, man, something about this dude, man. The next thing you know, man, y'all friends, man. And like I said, I don't even consider y'all my friends. I consider y'all brothers. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt. No doubt.
You know what I mean? Everybody who on here, man, your brothers
Yeah.
is my brothers. You know,
Yeah.
Mars, Meech,
Yeah.
Cav, Knobs, everybody, Zed, Cope, everybody, man. Y'all my brothers, man. The thing of it is I always think about, I went to go see Wu-Tang in Columbus, Ohio.
Mhm.
And the thing when I see them and I seen that concert, I'm sitting there, man, and it took me back to the 90s. And the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what, man? I said, not to bite off of them, but I said our whole crew, man, was like the Wu in the 90s, man.
Yeah.
Because
Nigga,
we all still
we was
friends.
that. Yeah.
Right. We all still brothers till this day, man.
Yeah.
We all went separate ways, moved here, moved there. But one thing about it, we all still keep in touch. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's friendship, man. You ain't gonna keep friends with a slime ball. You know what I'm saying?
No, sir.
Anybody that's slimy, you can just push to the side. So that's what I mean about friendship, man. I mean, friends, it turns into brothers, man. Y'all my brothers besides friends.
Yes, sir. Hey, just a side note. That thing you're talking about, Dre, what happened on Ford Studio?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who else was there?
You was there too.
Them two brothers right there, they was there with me.
See? That's what I'm saying.
When Dre was on the bike, is that what you?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You talking about there'll be no more club.
Right. Yeah, there'll be no more club. There'll be no more club. And I was outside and I said,
I
yo, my
remember hearing
man.
that.
I said, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You feel what I'm saying? From there, it was like, bah. I was there that night, yo, man. I'm with whatever, man. And,
Jaquari.
Well, man, friendship, man, is it's a touchy thing for me, man, because I gotta, the guys I grew up with, man, and called my friends, man. It's not a lot of dudes, man, and I don't know why, they accepted me as a friend. I don't know why, you know what I mean, and and when I was younger, I really used to like question it to myself, man, because I had a lot of respect for these guys, and I'm like, damn, they really go out of their way, man, to make sure I'm straight in all situations, man. And I'm ashamed, man, that I haven't spoken to a couple of them in years, man. And it's been even longer than that since I've been in their physical presence. Last time I was in the physical presence of one of my friends, man, I think it was like family reunion or something a couple of years ago. My wife surprised me, man. It took me over to Frank's house. I had no idea that she had corresponded with him or whatever, man. And I got mad at her, and I was like, why am I mad? Because I'm not a good friend, man. I don't feel like I'm a good friend. As much as that man has done for me, as much as all my friends have done for me, man. Been there and looked out for me and everything. I just I don't know, man. It's a touchy subject for me, man. And we I've never, we ain't had no falling out or anything like that. And I'm not gonna say, well, we are outgrew them or moved on. That's not the case, man. Because if I see it to this day, I'm quite sure everything I just said, they would tell me I was full of shit and not to mention it, man. What are you talking about, man? This is us, you know. But I need to do better. I need to do a lot better, man. Just as long as they know that, I keep the shovel and the vehicle with a deep trunk, always, always.
Excuse me. This is something I'm just going. Guys, you keep going. If I drop off because I'm dealing with faulty equipment, but I'm gonna go in and out. but we still rolling strong. So don't get deterred. You know, you'll become stars. You're becoming stars as it is anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, look, hey, great
Maybe
show
we
so
become
far,
stars.
man. I appreciate y'all, man, because like I said earlier, we have not had not one guest be able to come on here and give us their strong perspective. That's a beautiful thing. That's some realness. And like I said, it's a play on words because we Armstrongs, right? But for real, the key to that is strong. That's the key. Because knowing my brothers, strong personalities, right? When the three of us in one room, in one area, the energy pulsates.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it has to do with character.
Mhm.
Ron, Corey, always like minds are gravitating toward like minds. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
That's how we all met. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like that's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Because and that's that's my version of it is the simple fact that you find people, no matter what they're doing in life, you find people with like minds, not agreeing with you in likeness of mind, but the simple fact that you really detect energy from other people, man. You feel that energy.
Yeah.
Even if you're trying too hard to be somebody's friend and they're making it difficult. I'm not talking about them rejecting you in your friendship. No, I'm talking about the ones who want your friendship, but seem to do the opposite of what you do. See, that's my version of real friends. Like, this motherfucker fucks up, but I still got faith in him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He know I
Yeah.
got his back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one version of real friends. Like,
Right.
accept him for who he is. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Oh, that's the comedy part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
here's
go through it with them, and then you
yeah,
make fun of
that's real. That's
Mhm.
real. That's real. Yeah, now how many
Without getting
times?
mad, if they don't get mad and go right back at it, that's a friend, man. When they get
them.
mad,
Yep.
time to leave them alone, man. Cause it's like, okay, he in his feelings, man. I gotta watch this dude, man.
Mm-hmm. That's real. You know what I mean? Because
Hey, it's always been times though, man, when I got into it with a real friend and we both walked away heated as hell. Man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
but
The thing that matters,
that's common though, Damon. But go ahead.
that's what I'm saying. It should be a common thing, but at the end of the day, when crisis do hit and you in despair, that person come around and say, "Hey man, come holler at me for a minute."
That's
Right.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I'm gonna hold you up right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yep.
show you how strong you are. And that's a
Right.
friend.
Yeah. Talk it out, man.
You know.
Look, like your friend, your best friend, and your favorite cousin. Like, yo, I got your back right now. We fighting right now. But when we done, I'm beating your ass.
Yeah.
When you get back to the house.
Because
Yeah.
I ain't start this shit.
Yeah.
I didn't start this shit, and now you got me in this shit, nigga. When this shit is over with, I'm gonna bust your ass, nigga.
It's you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they believe you too.
Yep.
That's the
They be
funny.
like, okay, well, just fight with me
Hey,
right now.
Yeah.
hey,
Let's just do this right now. Then we'll think about nigga. I'm gonna fuck you up after this, nigga. We get out of this shit. It's gonna be me and you.
right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know.
You in the mix.
Yeah.
And you be like, hey man, we gonna do this shit, but afterwards, me and you gonna talk, man.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Me and you gonna have words, man.
We gonna get down now,
Yes,
but
sir.
Yeah.
afterwards,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
That's
know,
1,000% true, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, one of these. All right, nigga. Time to me and you to rap now. Get my nose all bloody and shit like that there, fighting
my
and
nose
bullshit.
bleed, man. Hey, ain't the dude who punched you, you know, this here. You got my
Yeah.
nose out here bleeding and shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I see you throw 3 punches.
Yeah,
And you started this shit.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh yeah. So okay. I'm not even gonna do a segue to this thing because what it is, it is associated with friendship. Um, because you need a real friend, and you need if you got a woman, you need a real woman when it comes to things, when it comes to the world, the worldly things. When you're trying to work towards something, right?
Hmm.
I'm talking about if you have a partner, or is it friendship? Is it a favorite cousin who's a brother, or you have a brother? It's that thing, right? And this topic I want you guys to comment on is: are we in a constant state of grief? Are we in a constant state of grief? Now, there's no right or wrong to this. If you
I want to know, is it black people or is it women, men?
As far as what?
Is what he's saying. Do we constantly live in grief?
I don't know, man, but just the generality of that question, man, it kind of bothers me, man, because the more and more I think about it, I sort of am. You know, grief. It's a feeling that's like grief and nostalgia, man. Like wishing I could go back to a certain point in my life, man. Like when I said I was talking about earlier. When I did have my friends around me, and we could see ourselves supporting each other
Yeah.
and being comrades or whatever, man. Yeah, I miss it, man. I miss my friends. Miss my friends, man. Just you know, the summer, man, or a random weekend, man.
Damn, I
We
didn't
just
think about that.
we just together or whatever. In 2-3 days is a blur. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We done did everything,
That-
man. We done argued, man. We still drunk. You know, everybody. We would have ate up everything, man. Just kicked it or whatever, man, and didn't have to wear a mask around people. I never
Right.
had to wear a mask around my friends, man. They always,
Hmm.
just understood who I was. You know, that's the reason why I said I don't know why, they accepted me as friends, when they did, 'cause I was all over the place when I was a kid, man. My head, it was just, I was clumsy, I was awkward and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I just got this tight click, and it ain't no, we ain't no click of herbs or nothing like that. We are all like Liam Neeson, man. Everybody got a special set of skills, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
and, and they
Yeah.
and they all mesh together, you know, to make the whole greater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I do sometimes feel a certain level of grief about that, Keith. I don't know if that was if that was what you were referring to in that.
That was
listen,
situational. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
look,
Keith, I don't know if you were speaking in generalities, but you just spoke on the situational thing.
well,
And I think
all right. Let me just go into it because I didn't get a chance to hear you, Corey, because I dropped again, but I won't drop no more. Um, in a state of grief, and this is how I saw it. Surfing through social media, right? And the person didn't really have a definition, so to speak. You feel what I'm saying? But what he did have, what he did offer was this. In his interpretation, right? He felt like, and look, trauma is real. So I'm not trying to, downplay it or anything like that. I hate the word
Yeah.
because, and the reason why I hate the word, to be honest with you, is because we have lived through horrible times as individuals. I'm just saying horrible times as a whole in the worldly sense, right? As individuals and as a community, right? And it's traumatic, but I don't like using the word because I feel like we're leaning on it, and it's just me. Like we're leaning on the word trauma because we do it for effect. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Now, I think in a sense this, and this is not a matter of fact opinion. It's like why I hate to say the word. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not against the word because people go through crazy shit in their life, and they don't have nobody to help them to work through it. You feel what I'm saying? But I think grief is a better word. Grief is a better word because you realize you went through some shit. And it might be semantical, and I want y'all guys' opinion about it because, like, I'm just throwing this out here why I even brought the topic up. It might be semantical, you know what I mean? Where tomato, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But
It ain't hit
grief,
like that.
you know what it is? Grief, to me, gives you a chance to heal. Trauma is like you're helping. You guys understand what I'm saying?
That's the final result. That's the experience. Trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I get that. I get that.
The only way you can categorize trauma is through self-help. You know what I'm saying? It has to be individualized.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The question that you asked, man, I think this is my interpretation. It's a collective question, and it
Yeah,
has everything to do with
that's
community.
that's all I want. I want you to give your opinion about that. You feel me?
Okay, so in that regard, I'm not in the state of grief. I understand what the collective is going through, but me as an individual, there's some things that I've done in my life to overcome some of the things that we experience as a collective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, how do I answer this question? Because I can isolate myself and take out all the negative experiences from the collective. I can do that. But if we're looking for an answer to what's happening to us on the collective level, then what I would say is, you know, who do you have around you? You know what I'm saying? How does life affect you outside of your house? Because that's an adjustment you have to make. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because on the personal level, us as black men, we know how to navigate the bullshit. You know, but if we're forced to answer a question as a collective, then I come to the conclusion that there's certain things that I avoid. You know what I'm saying? Certain things I don't read. If it's not my experience, then I focus on what my experience is and then try to capitalize on that. If we speaking in the collective state of mind.
Okay.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
I mean, you are because, like I
Yeah.
said in the beginning, I think this is the opinion-based topic. So I want to hear from all you guys. So Ron, what do you think?
My thing agrees. Sometimes I've always been the type to try to not let nothing bother me. You feel what I'm saying? I'd always try to uphold or whatever. Grief wise is like I'm the type of guy, man. I never wanted to bring my problems to somebody else. You see what I'm saying? So I would always, if any type of grief, like more or less grief with me, man, to be like losing, an important loved one, important friend, stuff like that there, you know what I mean? And my thing is try to sit back. If I'm by myself, man, sit back and like, what I mean, breathe a little bit and like, breathe it out that way or whatever. But I don't know, man. I just try not to. I try not to let that grief build up, man. Because when once you grieving and stuff like that, sometimes grief bring in stress and, like you said, mental stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I just like I say, man. I just my grief all the time is really, man, with losing loved ones and close people, man. And I try to like I said, I just try to sit back to myself. You know what I mean? Remember the good stuff that went down. Try not to remember the bad that they're not here. Just try to remember the good stuff, man, and just turn that grief into like, like just peace. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
But
Corey.
like I said, other than that, I try, like I said, everybody have grief, just like everybody have stress and stuff like that. They're in anxiety, but it's just I just try not to just let that, you know, I try not to let that grief just set in, man. And then I'm getting you once you grieve and have that grief too much, man. That's when you just down, man. You ain't taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's what I think about it, man.
Okay. Okay. Corey, do you think that our community is in a constant state of grief, in your opinion? Great, both you guys, great perspective. Go ahead, Corey.
This question turns into two parts for me: community and then grief. Right? When we say community, I'm pretty sure as Black people we're including a lot of people because of Martin Luther King, because of our beliefs, because of our parents, the whole nine. But as I was spoke earlier, there's layers to everything we experience as Black people, right? Grief, everything. We're taught grief through church and this and like, there's no real, for me, experience of what grief is. I know you call grief missing somebody, right?
Yeah.
But the way I deal with grief is I enjoy people while they're here.
Yeah.
One of the things that bothers me the most is going to a funeral and hearing people cry, break down, make broken promises, and then 2 weeks later they're going right back to doing whatever they're doing, and then they turn around, that another person died, and we go to that next funeral and do the same shit. I'm
Hey,
not
when I
for that.
go, just think of the shit that we did. Just laugh at mine, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I already
They,
know
they,
that. You know that.
those people are being performative who does stuff like that. This is my humble opinion.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's just some of being Black to me, we pretend. I want to go back to what Big Dog was saying too about trauma. I think that we play a game that's not ours, so certain words we start to hate. But I think as Black people, we adapt so well, even in poverty, right? We made poverty look cool. I heard some people say that online before, and I thought that's one of the greatest things in the world because everybody's taking this thing now and made it their own thing and say we created this, braids, this, all this other shit, funny shit.
Yeah.
I lost my thought.
Now keep going, man. Wait, hey, find that motherfucker, Corey. Let's go.
Damn it,
You,
that
you
should have
was
come
talking
back.
about no,
It
you was
happens,
talking
bro.
about
Yep.
trauma now. Go ahead. You went
Oh
Right.
there.
yes. Oh,
Yeah. Right. You brought up trauma.
I'm with Big. That's my God. See what I mean? We weaponize trauma and therapy. We'll get a piece of trauma and therapy and think, oh, I can. Oh, somebody will say something about you, and all of a sudden you say, oh yeah, I know that about me, bitch. That ain't nothing for you to be excited the fuck about. Like you should already know that shit. That's why the fuck I'm saying it.
Gotcha.
So we celebrate shit that we shouldn't be celebrating to even get to the Black. Like you're doing stupid shit first before you Black. We Black second. Like that's the shit that like I was telling spoke earlier about the layers shit, man. Like most got a song where at the beginning he'd be like, my conditioning has been conditioned. And I
That's
think
real.
that's one of the fun, yeah. And that's the layer shit again. Like, you know what I mean? You break
That's,
through in some greatness shit and find yourself as a black man or a black woman and reach that next step. Next thing you're like, okay, what the fuck I'm supposed to do now? Ain't no manual.
yeah.
I think a lot where a lot of us drop the ball, man, is the belief that there's a point of completion when it comes to dealing with trauma and grief and shit. It should never end.
Some
Yeah.
is ongoing, bro. You're right.
Yeah.
You know, it's what they call grief is one of the echoes of trauma. There's many
Mm.
things. There's many
Wow.
things that can be within.
I never heard that. The echoes
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
trauma.
You know, you got grief, you got despair, you've got abandonment. All those things, you know,
Yeah. Yep.
are linked in the
That's that
chain,
layers shit. Yeah, that's that
linked in the
layers.
chain that's tethered to trauma. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
I don't think that we can really ever completely heal from it. I don't think we're supposed
No.
to ever really completely heal from it. What we're supposed to do is we're supposed to, you know, learn a specific lesson from a traumatic event and carry it on, you know, and hopefully teach that lesson to other people without them having to go through the experience or letting
Right. Right.
letting that
That's wisdom. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
let,
That
At least give them clues so they can walk
That's
through.
wisdom. But is there a problem to all? Here's the thing to think about. Is it healthy to experience your grief year after year after year as the days come in? You know what I'm saying? That you experience grief. Is that a healthy thing, or do you figure out a way to overcome it in terms of, okay, I accept it. This is what it is, and I have to build from there and find other ways so this doesn't affect me on a yearly basis.
yeah.
That's what I try to do.
I'm again on grief for me. You got older people, and I'm spending time around people older than us. But one of the things I see is they go for walks every day, right? And when they go for those walks every day, they smile and they're holding hands. They're doing all of these things together as a couple, right? But one of them leaves, the other one follows right behind them. They've built a life that I think that most of us want that we never got with someone. Because again, we have to ask ourselves as people, do we want to die alone or do we want to die with somebody else? So grief is a whole part of that as well. Like for me, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Let me
like,
just let me comment on this real quick, though, Corey. Um, we still, and not being sarcastic when I say this,
no,
we still die alone.
yep,
You feel what I'm saying? We
yeah,
still die alone. And what I do is how I learn is block by block and
yeah.
understanding block by block as I go.
I agree with that.
If
Hmm.
I tell people all the time, I tell my brothers, I probably told you guys too. I said, this is the last time I get married. So if my wife decides to leave me, I won't look to be married to nobody else.
Right.
Nah,
This is why I'm nice to my son. You want to
right.
know what? Now the love for my wife, that's one thing, right? But I'm nice to my son because I'm like, yo, you know I'm gonna show up. You understand what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So give me a week to recharge, and then I'm going back to my crib. You
Hmm.
feel? Because it's about the nostalgia thing. It's about all of those things. I'll interrupt you, Corey, but keep going, brother. My fault.
You didn't interrupt me at all. It's such a broad thing. Like I said, I
It
think
is. That,
I'm
that's
tying
why.
too many things in. I love the question because at the end of the day, I've always told people, as black people, I feel like as the younger generation is, the younger kids working on their health, their mental, this, that. Yo, it took us fucking almost 30 years to actually figure the fuck out that we should be eating more vegetables than anything else, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about this type of shit for the longest fucking time. But
Corey,
and
Corey,
hold on,
what-
and that's not That's not to knock us. That's not to knock us.
I know that, but wasn't we doing that anyway when we was younger? Think
What?
about our diet. What we ate? We ate
Yeah.
more vegetables. We ate more. You know what I'm saying? Like
No.
fast food. Fast food was a delicacy for me. and my
Yeah.
brother. I know. You know what I'm saying? I know it was a delicacy.
Yeah.
Like going to Wendy's, my mother on payday, my mother and father when they got paid, we got Wendy's. That's how I knew that my mother and father got paid. They brought
Mhm.
Wendy's home. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
hey, look, hey, Damon, Corey, we ate chicken, pork chop, and roast. Though that's what dominated our diet with beans,
Right.
with navy beans, black eyed peas. You feel me?
Yep.
Corn.
But I'm not disagreeing with you, Corey. I'm just saying
Mm.
I just want to throw that little bit in there because
Yeah.
our generation, like I'm the last year, and I just do this just for reference. I'm the last year of baby boomers. You guys are Generation X.
Right.
You feel me? And those were the last, and this is not excluding anybody, but those were the last of the real ones. Think about that. The real ones, like the real, like we could touch on late 60s, early 70s, the shit that we
Yeah.
were going through.
Yeah.
We personally knew that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then the folks who was born in the 80s and the 90s, late 80s and 90s, they didn't know this shit. We
No.
did. So
No.
we kind of overlap everything. But go ahead, brother. Hey, listen. I gotta say this again. You guys are doing a fucking phenomenal job, man. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me, man.
Hey, big dog, I wanted to go with something what you said when you were saying if ever you and your wife split that but I want to base off of that one. I'm that same way, man. I'd like it. Me and the wife, man, if we ever went our separate ways, I would never live with another female, man. I'd be dolo, man.
Yeah.
Dolo.
That's real.
Just dolo because that's the one who I was with, living with this and that. Man, you know what I mean? That I like when you said that because that's what I would do, man. I just wouldn't. Them days be done, man. Living with somebody, I'd be solo, man.
Yeah. And I think what I think about it is why I would do that because I got a lot of love. My wife, even though I was engaged in college, no disrespect, beautiful woman and all that, but I was not. It wasn't about. I thought that was what I was supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
You go to college and you find the person you want in college and blah blah blah, right?
Damn.
But
See that term in the front, supposed to do.
and
Do
it's
that a
real.
lot.
It's real
Yeah.
because you know why? Because
Like
we can
I'm just seeing my whole life when you say that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And that's why I've always been flexible. I'm a conservative dude, right? But I force myself to be flexible, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Because you never know what's real for you. You feel me?
Yeah.
You don't know. You
Yeah.
know? And my wife was the first person I said to myself, I want to marry her.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The first time I was engaged, I was a youngin'. I was 19, 20 years old. What the fuck did I know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it wasn't the old school like our parents. Because my parents, me and Decory and Damon's mom and dad, right? They met when they was 15.
Right.
And my
See?
dad
That's
said
that.
my mom was B1.
Hmm.
You
That's
know?
crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Both.
that's some realness right there, bro.
Yeah, that's real as shit.
That's how my mom and dad met, man. Mom was 19 and my dad was 21, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Met
man.
and like she said, she when they met, man, uh, when they met, it was a mutual friend a friend of my mom's, but she knew my dad as well, and they hooked up. Her friend and them hooked up, and my mom, like I told y'all before, my mom said the first thing she said, "Who is this nigga with this pompadour?" You know what I'm saying? Said, this funny looking guy with this pompadour. You know what I mean? I said, "Damn, man."
I can hear it too.
Yeah, Corey, no, man. I'm like, she said all the time, man. I was like, damn, Mom. She said, yeah, we had a good time and this and that. You know what I mean? I was like, oh man. I think she said when they hooked up, they had a limo or something like that there or something, man. They rented a limo. Dad rented a limo or something, and my aunt came with them. For with my dad's friends and their other friend and. Yeah, but that's what she said, man. I was like, damn, Ma. I was like, this little funny looking guy with this pompadour. I said, damn, man. My dad, he would just laugh and shit. You know what I mean? She would always say that, man, and then he'll say some shit back like, "You damn lied, damn it, because you know you was on me. I smooth." Hear them, Cora tell you, man. Hear them going back and forth on that shit, man. Who liked who? Who liked who? You know what I mean?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So okay. We spoke about trauma. Like I said, I told you how I felt about the word, but it is a good topic to explore a little, right? Can trauma, and we'll start with you, Ron. Can trauma shape you in a positive way?
Yeah. It goes back to what your Corey said. My bad.
Yeah. Can trauma shape me in a positive way? Oh man. I guess I would say, man, it all depends on what type of trauma, man.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? What type of trauma would be?
Yeah.
Some trauma, man, you just got to, like I said before, try to
Damn, I didn't think about that either.
Yeah, try to hold up, man. And if you're strong enough, you know what I mean? If you're strong enough, it gets the could make you strong or whatever. But like for our thing, man, it's all it's the person that you are, So if some people, man, that trauma, man, they deal with that trauma for the rest of their day. You see what I'm saying? With the rest of their day, man, and can't get up off of it,
Yeah.
But certain trauma, man, I think certain trauma you can, like I said, you can, better yourself.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Damon, what do you think?
Hell no. Trauma and stress and overcoming that shit only brings stress, hypertension, you know what I'm saying? Get you all focused on what really needs to happen because you're only trying to overcome your own particular trauma or stress that you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not paying attention to what, you know what I'm saying, how to build your family and your surroundings and overcome things. You're just saying, you know what, I can take it. You can take it while you have hypertension. You can take it while you're going to a psychiatrist, a psychologist. You know what I'm saying? You can take it when, you can't figure out why you don't have the energy or the excitement in your life anymore in terms of your surroundings, man, and having aspirations about shit. Right. Trauma is not going to allow you to think about your aspirations, man. It's only going to suppress, not suppress, but it's going to hold you up until you get yourself well from trauma and negative experiences to reach forward to experience your life that you really truly deserve. So I don't think it makes us strong at all. I think that's why we died 5 years prior to our spouses, because we don't know how to do it. We suppress it and it becomes something else.
No, they get sick of us, start poisoning our meals and shit if they don't hit it in the frying pan.
I think like what Damon said on that with the hypertension thing and stress. See, that's one thing that I learned 14 years ago, man, when I had that heart attack and had that clogged artery with high blood pressure and hypertension. One thing what I stopped doing, man, was one, I started exercising, watch what I eat and all that. And another thing, man, I try to keep that stress away from me, man, because that was one of the main things, and the weight that I had on me at the time. But I'll tell you, once you in that hospital, man, and got them tubes and shit up your nose, and they got all that shit on your chest and whatnot with the EKG and thing like that there, man, the first thing in my mind was like, you know what? God, if I make it out of this, I'm going to change a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I ain't going to let shit bother me no more. And none of that shit. And like I said, it happened 14 years ago, man. And that's what I do, man. I try not to let nothing bother me, man. I tell my kids, hey, man, quit letting that stuff bother you, man. And I tell the wife, man, I tell her to say, quit letting that stuff bother you, man. When people call, like say if somebody call, another thing that can give you stress and trauma as well is somebody that's always got some type of negative or nothing positive in their life, and they always trying to call you, man, and oh man, I feel like this and blah. I just look, man, and my thing is like, hey man, I'll call you back, man. You know what I mean? I'll call you back. I'll holler at you later, man. I'll call you back, man. You know what I mean? Right. Now you call me to tell me, man, somebody passed away, man, or something like that there. Cool. But all that, oh man, I went to work today and my boss, man, I don't like my fucking boss either. So you know what I'm saying, man? Don't bring that shit to me, man. Talk to somebody else with that shit.
Hey, right. Once they lay all that shit on your shoulders, they all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They good to go.
Yeah, they hang up and you fucked up. Oh, hey man, thanks. I'll call you back. Now they want to hang up. Now you sitting there. Now you sitting there in the bathroom, staring in the mirror or sitting on the toilet like, damn. Motherfucker want me to end it. I'll be on the toilet and shit, have another fucking heart attack and shit. And then I know my family, they probably wouldn't wipe my ass if I had to take a shit or something. You know what I mean? Both my sons, they smoke all that bud and shit. They'll probably sit there and look at me like, dang. Pop all fucked up. Man. You know what I mean?
Pop ass out.
Pop all ass out and shit like that there. They might, you know what I mean? Damn, pop assed out, man. Look at him laying there all fucked up and shit. Yeah, he done shit on himself and shit like that there. And then my wife probably be there throwing up and shit. Had me there for days and shit, you know what I mean? Even my dog probably wouldn't come in there fucking with me in the bathroom and shit. Roll me up in the shower curtain, probably, you know what I'm saying? Roll me up in the shower curtain because somebody done put their problems on me and the shit I don't want to hear. Like you said, Dave, they probably become my problem, fuck me all up and shit, man.
Right. The bullshit don't transfer. Bullshit.
It then came to me. Now I'm sitting there like, damn, man. And here whoever's politicking they bad luck shit on me, they having a good day. Probably went out some damn where, man, having a good time and shit. Not knowing they didn't mess my world and put that negative shit on me, man. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
Yeah. Sit there and be all fucked up, man. Way to go, man. I done been in the toilet or some shit, man, sitting in there like, man, this rotten motherfucker, man, and gave me that shit. I wasn't thinking about none of that type of shit. My day was good. I hate that shit when somebody, man, my job, man. Hey, man, look, I've been on my job 35 years. I can't stand them fucking bosses either and shit. And it's the new ones, the older ones that I came up under gone. It's the newer bosses now, and I'm older than them. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, man, I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. I gotta go, man. If it ain't nothing about somebody passed away or, you know what I mean, then I got my feelings like, oh, man, damn, man. But I don't want to hear nobody's bad everyday life shit like, yeah, man, well, you should have made it better instead of you talking to me, punk. Talk to your fucking boss.
Right. Or you fuck around and be like, Damn, man, I took the chance because I thought he was bringing good news.
Yeah, man.
man.
I thought it was gonna be some good news, man.
Wow.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I think I know what that's called. That's called transference.
Yeah.
Transference, right? Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Transferring they shit onto you, man. They feel all good. Now that shit's all in your crawl. That shit's all in your crawl, man. You sitting there now, you sitting there like, oh man, now this nigga got me thinking all this shit, man, and how my life is or whatever, and this and I was feeling good today, and here he
Hey,
goes, here they
hey,
go with
Rob.
this shit, man.
Hey, right. The friend tell you, I know you told me not to bring this shit no more, man, but
There it goes.
I done got this
There it
one
goes.
last thing I need to say.
Yeah.
Look,
They don't give a damn, bro.
They don't
They don't
care, man.
care.
They don't
I
care,
know
man.
you told me not to come over here no more.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, I told you, I know how you get, man, when I be sitting here talking this shit, man. But I just needed your ear. For what? I
Just tell
told
me
you,
this
if
one
you know,
last time.
nigga, I don't want to hear that shit.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Let's get to Jaquari and Corey, man. Look, it makes sense. Because look, you
I had to
had
get a
to
drink
get
on
that.
that.
You had, hey, Ron, you had to get that shit out.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron, look, Ron, it's like this. Why do Pac-Man want to come and fuck with me? That's all.
Yeah. Hey, and then they never say hi, or they don't ask you how your day's gone. First thing they start out with,
right.
hey man,
colors.
I didn't. Hey man,
Colors.
I called
Oh,
you
you gotta.
because damn nigga, say what's up to me or something.
Hey, when you at your last straw and you say, man, I told you not to keep coming with that bullshit. They say, but I just want to say, and then you ask them, what's going on in my life, man?
Right.
Tell me that.
Right.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
What am I going through?
Yeah. Let me know what I'm going through.
That was funny, man.
Yeah, let me know what I'm going through, man.
Hold on. We gonna come back to it, man. But I need to get to Jaquari and Corey.
Those Ron, those are the same dudes, man, who as soon as they hang up the phone with you, they go to that epic goddamn party or whatever, and they don't tell you nothing about it.
Right. Right. Ain't tell you to come to the party.
Don't bring no joy to your life.
Nothing, man. Nothing.
Hey, no. When you pick up the phone, you look at caller ID. As soon as you answer for yo, what up, brother? You be like, ugh. Throw it on.
You video chatting their ass. And they say you video chatting their ass. And they say, "Why your hit?" Damn, hold on. Hey, you video chatting their ass, and they say, "How come time I look at you? You got your head like this." And huffing and blowing and hemming and hawing and shit.
Man.
What's wrong with you, motherfucker? I got to tell you my problems.
Yeah.
Jaquari.
Like, man, I don't want
man.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit, man. You just gonna put, like you said, you gonna transfer that shit on to me, man. I'm like, I've been having a good ass day, man. Smiling, laughing, having a good time. Nigga, I done jumped up, kicked my feet like Sammy Davis Jr. to the side and shit. Here they come, man. Here they come with that bullshit. That go for family too, man. Shit.
What about me, motherfucker? You ain't asked me what I was going through.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you ain't asked me, nigga. I've been sitting. I could be sitting here with a depend on or some shit, man, because I'm all fucked up. You ain't asked me nothing this shit, man.
Hold on. Jaquari.
Oh man.
Can trauma be used
It
as
messed them
a
up.
constructive tool?
Absolutely, man. You know, when you bench pressing, man, you know, you got heavy weights on the bench or whatever. What you doing? You ripping up the muscle fibers. You know, letting it build. That's how muscle builds. Or whatever, man. I think people need to be able to tell the difference between trauma and tragedy. You know, trauma is gonna happen every day.
Yo,
You know,
okay.
but when we put tragedy in the same box as trauma, you know, and they're related. You know, I'm not trying to say that they're not, but you know, we
First
don't.
cousin. First
Yeah, we
cousin.
don't.
One is the result of the other.
Yeah, but we don't experience tragedy every day.
Right.
So,
Gotcha.
and that's the main reason why you can see a person that's highly stressed and stressed and acting out or whatever, and people tell them to calm down. It never works because they everything is explosive, and it might be to that person, it might not be to you. That's why there's a disconnect. Like I said, whenever when I'm stressing and you come and you tell me to calm down, but tell me how to calm down. Trauma is something that we're going to experience every day. Is it bad for that moment? Yeah, pretty bad. But tomorrow it ain't gonna be like that. If you wake up the next day, man, you always got an opportunity to dig yourself out. And the lessons you learn from those traumatic experiences, they can feed the strength you do.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Corey.
Well,
Trauma?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, and look, I purposely asked you last because so look, you have examined it throughout your life. So you know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So what do you think? Is it a positive, not a positive thing? Can you rebuild from it?
Oh, yeah. I agree with everybody and what they said because everybody had a great point and a strong perspective. When Ron said that it depends on situations, that's 1,000% a million fucking percent. But trauma can rebuild only if you now decide that you want help. So that's the only way that trauma can actually really rebuild anybody. But I heard a quote from Rick Rubin, and he said, when you're sitting on the couch with a therapist, that 30 minutes don't stay there. It goes with you to the next spot because it helps you deal with how you're going to respond to certain things that's happening out in the world.
Okay.
So for me, trauma definitely actually built. I was with Jaquari said it earlier, and what he was actually spitting. If you want, trauma has a rootability called vulnerability, right? So if there's vulnerability in trauma, then definitely it can rebuild you. I'm gonna say that.
Gotcha.
mm,
So it has to. So can we agree, guys, that it really has to do with how you were taught and
Yeah.
how strong your constitution is for you to rebuild from it? What you guys think about that?
I think personally, trauma is something that you blindsided by. You know what I'm saying? It's
I think
unexpected,
that's
and it like
I think that's tragedy.
Yeah, I think
tra-
and they're close. They're close, but go ahead,
Yeah.
Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
I think it's something that blindsides you, and it's something that you have to work through, go through the steps,
Yes.
breathing steps and all that. That's something you have to work through. Grief and stress. Grief is a result of trauma. If you continue to mire yourself into that and say, this is what life is, and I'm in despair, and there's nothing else, then I think all that coincides together, man. I think it
Gotcha.
does because it's
And go back
essentially,
to Ron's story.
You know, everything it's everything that's outside of yourself that you have to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
She said
I
rotten
think,
mother.
man, us as black men, man, it's always gonna be some type of stress. What it is us as black men, cause we got to be the head of household. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes, man, they always trigger, man, that a black man, man, we can't be stressed out or have or trauma and all that stuff like that. There, cause we got to be so strong in the home, man, or raise your kids or take care of your family or whatever. And it's just sometimes they don't think, man. Sometimes they don't think, man, that we ain't gonna break down, but sometimes it is, man, because we got a whole lot as black men, man.
Yeah.
A whole weight on our shoulders, man. We got to carry, man.
Yeah.
And
Like Ron said, you'll be on the field punching kids in the face.
Oh, that's the trauma right there, brother. Hey, man, then you get the moms, man. The kids, the first time they play, man, and the moms, man, they bringing these kids down and think these kids superstars, man. You try to tell them, oh, why ain't my baby getting in? It ain't like it was in old school where you can set him up with a dog, man, with a dude who can really play. Put him in that bull in the ring and let him light fire that kid's ass. And you look at his mom, man, and see, this is why this nigga ain't getting in.
This is what you do. You can say to her, now I can put your son out there and you can watch him for yourself get ran the hell over and shit.
Right. Half of them ain't there anyway.
Right.
They don't be at practice and shit.
Right. We gonna spare him from that in front of your ass. You know
right.
What I'm saying?
Right.
That's
when
the benefits.
That's when you tell them when you see the mom and you be like, you know what? Did you ever feel like you want to punch him in the face? Because ain't no bro. Hey, sometimes coach, they talk to you like, yo, bro, and then they cuss, man. You got to tell them, man, quit cussing, man. Come on. Did you cuss in front of your mom? No. Well, why the fuck you cussing in front of me for?
Right. Right. What's that all about?
Yeah, what's that about, man? Why are you cussing in front of me? It ain't cool. Why are you cussing in front of me, man?
Oh man.
Hey, all right. Oh, well, look. Have we got everybody? Everybody got a chance to respond to it.
I love the kids, though. Put it that way. I don't want nobody to be on here and be like, that nigga ain't shit.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
That nigga ain't shit.
Yep. They still gonna say that, and you the shit.
Hey, that old famous Amos Beard having ass nigga ain't shit.
Hey, you know how you get? Hey, Ron, you know how you get past that?
That Dick Gregory beard looking nigga ain't shit.
You know how you get past that? You Ron, say, now you forced me to put your kid in this position, and it failed.
Yeah.
I told you that was gonna happen.
Right,
You know
right. Hey, that's where your main man, when he call you and mess your day up, you go to practice and you be on 100. because the chump that called me with his problems, then you go to practice, boy, you be ready to Bruce Lee some of the kids, man.
Nobody get no breaks there. Huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you be like Michael John White, man. You be karate chopping, all type of shit. Jiu-jitsu. Hey, tell them kids, Coach Ron, hey, man, get away from me. Go over there. Go over there, man. Today ain't the day, And then them kids so ignorant, they went around. What the fuck wrong with him?
Hey, look. What we gonna do? Great discussion, guys. Great discussion. And we could go for 2-3 hours, but I ain't gonna do that to you, Corey or Ron, or Daniel. But I really enjoyed your responses, man. Your perspectives are on point. All of that, bro. Last question of the day. Are you okay? That's the question. Are you okay? And if you are, give us a little piece of why.
You know what? I'm definitely okay, and I'm gonna kick it like this. I'm okay, especially today,
Yeah.
by you sending it and texting me, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Texting me, man. Hey, you coming on? Boom, boom, this and that.
Yeah.
Any other times I didn't come on because, like I said, a little busy or whatever. But I'm okay because I always see when you send me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When you send me a text, big dog, and hey man, that's let
That's
me know, man,
1,000%.
that you a real, that you my brother. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that guy right there, man, sitting in the kitchen right there with that hat on. Me and him send stuff every day. You know what I mean? Funny stuff every day
Yeah.
on text with. But I'm okay, man, because like I said, I'm on here with you guys, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that makes it
Well said,
okay.
Monday. Well
That
said.
makes it me okay. You feel what I'm saying? That even had me, even had me in your mindset, big dog, to like put me on, come on, this and that, to let me know. That's why I'm okay, man.
Yeah.
I'm all right. That's genuine. That's genuine brother
You
love,
can
man.
hear
You
it.
feel what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
can hear it.
No doubt. No doubt.
And that, so I'm okay, man. This made my day. I'm okay. I'm good, man. Just to see that y'all all right. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
All four of y'all, just to see that y'all all right, man. Like see y'all again, like okay, they good, man. Everything's good.
Yeah.
That's real. Corey, are you okay?
1,000,000%. Because I ain't got no other option. It's the fourth quarter.
That's real. That's real.
I'm on offense and defense.
Go both ways. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't got no other choice. Yeah.
No doubt. So
Ron
Corey,
said that's it. Well,
are you okay?
I am, man. I am, man. And as I get older, I'm starting to understand that, okay comes in degrees. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I appreciate you asking, bro.
That's real. That makes you okay right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you say I appreciate you asking, yeah, that makes you okay.
And once God wake you up in the morning, it's like, oh yeah, I'm okay.
Oh yeah.
There it is. There it is.
You know what I mean?
Well,
As soon as,
eyes open.
yep, yeah. As soon as God open them eyes, man, you look up, take them breaths, and be like, yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, you better say it again. You better
Yeah,
say it again.
I'm all right.
Marcus, that's my little bro down in North Carolina. He you see what he said on the screen. He said, "I'm good, big dog. About to go on vacation. Relax before sending my baby back to college."
There you go.
That's a great perspective.
There you
Feel
go.
Definitely.
And Damon, I came to you last because you and I spoke about something, and you said you were going to think about whether or not you was going to talk about it. But my question to you, sir, are you okay?
I'm absolutely okay because what I'm doing is worked so far in my 69 years, man. I'm still in the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
I'm still in the fight, and then I can change up. I can do whatever it takes to make sure I'm okay the next day.
Okay. Well, I gave you this is your opportunity. Me and you talked about this earlier this week, brother.
And I gave it a lot of thought, man. You gave me a lot of responsibility, and I appreciate that, man. So, but I have to not pump my brakes, but still express myself.
No
But but be careful in my wording. And what I wanted to say, what I wanted to talk about is what we see is what's happening overseas, over in Gaza and Israel. You know what I'm saying? I know that we as black men see contradiction happening all the time, and not being able to speak on it with the fear of being labeled anti-Semitic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I've never had an experience in my life where I couldn't complain or speak on something.
Yeah.
And it is amazing to me that in this situation, as we see in real time things happening things that's happening in terms of genocide and all these things, we can't speak on it unless we're being labeled by something.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you can't make that statement to is a black man. You know what I'm saying? Because we got plenty of shit to complain about. You know what I'm saying? And we can determine whether or not that's anti-black.
Mm.
But they don't give us that opportunity. But you want to hold somebody a society up that's actually doing the worst things in real time. We're not able to speak on it without losing a job or without being, scrutinized on some bullshit. And my point is this: how you can't tell me to speak on something that I'm compassionate about and that I see. If I see atrocity, I'm gonna speak on it. You know what I'm saying? That's freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak on it. But now they got it to the point where they penalizing anybody who has an opinion about something they see that
Mm-hmm.
falls under the guise of the worst atrocity that's ever happened. And it's like, how the hell do you fix your mouth to even question what I speak about, which can involve my own personal experience, plus worse? It is like, what the hell are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What are we supporting as a country?
Right.
To the point where we can't even speak on this shit, but we see the atrocity. So I think moving forward, I'm gonna be fearless in that regard, man. And I'm gonna speak on what I see. And I'm not asking anybody else to do it, but for me to be able to sleep at night, I'm gonna speak on what I see, whatever comes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anybody want to follow up on what Damon said, or we good, or what's up?
That was well said, man. I could dig it. That was well said. That was well
Well, I
said.
understand it. I understand his feelings just like I understand many other people's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Me expressing mine is not. It doesn't move the needle. It's like I was telling somebody the other day when the protest was happening, Black Lives Matter, the whole nine. And again, I hope I'm like Damon, being able to speak out about certain shit. We was in a pandemic with a bunch of shit going on, and people was yelling and screaming and spitting in each other's face. When you watch certain behaviors, it's things that you've seen that you can't turn your eyes away from. So it can either sit in you as you don't speak on it, or it can sit in you as I understand that this happens regularly. How does this go forward? Because we always talk about problem and solution, right? Problems and the solutions, they look the same for over, I'm 56 now. We're going through the same shit. Doesn't make fucking sense, but at the same time, we here.
Yeah.
So the fact that we here now, I think that, and even in this time, this is the greatest time that black people actually came together, sort of like other races. So again, too many separations, too many. So yeah, I don't have too much to say about worldly events, to be honest with
I'm more like that myself, where I'm concerned about the worldly events because I
you.
know
Yes, I have empathy. Yeah, I have definitely empathy.
it affects us, but I know I have more control about what's around me.
Yeah.
Jaquar, you have a comment?
I don't. I think Damon said, he said a lot of things that I align with. And but see, the thing is, for me, man, politics, man. I avoid politics like I do religion. You know, I'm just not. I'm not up on it. You know what I mean? And it's for very specific reasons. You know, I don't. I'm not going to share them. Now, but and I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound. Crass or anything like that. But
Nah.
I can't bring myself to care, man. I can't bring myself to care. We got too many things going on here.
I can feel that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like that too, man. I don't like to really talk. I watch what's going on
Yeah.
around the world and everything, but I ain't never really been politic, you know what I'm saying, type of guy, a vote and this and that. But I'm like what you said, man. I just something because once you get to talk with politics, somebody ain't gonna agree, which you know what I mean, for your point of view, and you ain't gonna agree with their point of view, man. So I really try to stay away from a lot of politics stuff, man.
I just don't want to be forced to be complicit to something I totally disagree with.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Right.
agree with you. I mean,
I look at life like this. We playing a football game, and black people, they don't get to make touchdowns. Everybody else do. So at the end of the day, we need to fix that before we go jumping out there fixing a bunch of other shit. So,
Right.
because we playing the same game as every other race. Why they get to do touchdowns? And every
Right.
time I get a first down, y'all take the shit back. It's a flag on the play. Come
Yeah.
on, man. We killing you out here. That's what it is.
You know we do. That's the problem with us, man. When you running from a touchdown, our own will tackle you and shit.
Yep.
I mean, I'm keeping it 100, man. That's what we got to get out of that type of mentality. Oh man, because the other they want to, you don't want to score and shit like that. We got to get that type of mentality out our head,
Yeah.
man. You
Well,
block
that's what I
for me,
mean.
man. Block for me, man.
What'd you say,
Block
Ryan?
for me.
What'd you say? Man, what the fuck is you doing?
Yeah, you running for a touchdown. You think he gonna block and run down there and keep somebody off of you, and this nigga trip you and shit, or tackle you and shit like that there. And then you know what the excuse is? Fuck that, man. Shit. I wanted to score.
no, I had to
That's
get
our problem, man. That's our problem, man.
I had to get mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
he had
be the star, man. I want to be the star. I want to be the star.
See,
And you
and back to Big Dog. That's what trauma is. When you
Yep.
start hating on your friend that type of way, that's why I said a lot of our trauma is deep. It has nothing to do with people. Most of it has to do with just us. But we don't
Mhm.
deal with it. We don't delve into it. So it ends up being we blaming everybody else for the trauma. Well, bitch, I'm acting like this because you act like this.
You know what? And let me just throw this off y'all real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and end this thing. Don't we mix assholes with doing right by each other?
Yep.
Like the tackling thing, Ron, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you going for the touchdown, and this motherfucker tackle you. It ain't got nothing to do with blackness. It has to do with him being a fucking
Yep.
asshole.
Yep.
That's his trauma.
He wants
Yep.
more from you, but guess what? You want more from me, but you want more than me because you being an asshole. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with
Yeah.
Mhm.
your
And then
fault.
they had a nerve after they do it. Yeah, you see what I did? They don't have no
Hey,
remorse,
Rob.
man. Nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing, man.
Rob,
I had
this is what's crazy.
motherfucker.
What-
I had to teach that motherfucker a lesson.
Yep.
Listen,
Dumbass. What
Yep.
lesson
listen.
you talking about?
Here's the thing: they trip you and shit, stick your leg out and trip you because you had a full all the way touchdown. They trip you, and then you look around and say, "Man, did y'all see this shit?"
Mhm.
And ain't nobody seen nothing.
Ain't nobody see shit. Because like Big Dog said, they agreeing with the asshole.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy about
Ain't nobody seen a damn thing.
That's what I hate the most. That you associate my blackness with an asshole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And I'm saying that because it's the human condition.
Yeah.
But it has nothing
Yeah.
to do with color. This is an asshole right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Look, we all got friends and associates, man, just assholes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we deal with them in certain ways, right? And you look at them like, yo, man, especially if you're close, yo, man, why did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's the first thing. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh no, I don't hang around niggas like that no more. I'm too old for that shit. I'm like David said, nigga, you transferring. You
Yeah.
fuck around and transfer that energy to me, and like Ron said, now I'm out in the street be like this,
I
nigga, you
just-
ugly. Pop.
See?
I just,
See what I mean? See?
I just think the fact
That's the assholes that mess your day up, man.
this is what they do, man. and I'm talking about they do because I don't, it's a collective effort. They blame the small percent of the asshole on the whole
Yeah,
community.
man.
Yep.
That
Just by
bullshit about
standing next to him, somebody else that know that's an asshole gonna be like, that's two
He an
assholes
asshole
standing
too,
there.
yeah.
He and that, and they don't even know you. He an asshole too because he's standing with him.
I'm not talking about, excluding myself, that Chris Rock shit, black people and niggas. No, that's
Right.
dumb shit right there.
Right.
I'm talking about that people in power who can do something about it take the shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
All black people don't deserve nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck don't we deserve anything? Because the majority of us go to work every day. We take care of our children, and this is what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always believe in doing our own shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they will come and find you.
Oh yeah.
Want to do money and put money in your pocket when you got your own machine going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
he is a killer. He is a killer when you watching a video from Uganda or some damn where, and they dancing for Tupac, and they got the whole line and everybody in sync and dancing and all that stuff, and they dressed the same way we do and all that stuff, and then somebody come on and say, yeah, y'all don't have no culture. We want African Americans to know that they don't have no culture.
Yeah.
We just saw you. Matter of fact, you in the 90s without culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You in the 90s without culture. Catch up before you speak on it, bro.
Yeah.
Tupac and Biggie is dead, man.
Right. Gone. Hey.
Y'all don't have no culture.
And then they got the nerve to have on that old shit that we was wearing in the 90s. Motherfuckers over with troop sweatsuits on and shit like that there, man.
That's crazy, man.
I think, all jokes aside, I think it's a problem, man, where our culture is so demonized. And when it's said to us enough, we start, because the younger the generations get, the more you get bombarded by it, the younger it starts to get rid of self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Who you are as individuals. You know what I mean? Your pride. It starts to weed through it, bro.
Right.
It does. And I pointed out I'm the last of the baby boomers, and you guys Generation X for a reason, not because of the labels, for the simple fact that I hate to say it like this, but we are the last of the real ones, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is why I go out and try to teach younger than me. You see what I'm saying? Because plant the seeds. See, that's what I do. I wait for somebody else to sow the seeds, but I'm planting them motherfuckers every chance I get.
Right.
You know?
Big Dog, you know where your era actually let us down? Y'all didn't teach us about emotional intelligence. If we would have learned about emotional intelligence at a younger age, the choices we would have actually made and the options we would have had would have been a lot greater. And that's just my personal opinion, because it's not something that was talked about. Like, look at mental health right now, right? Mental health wasn't talked about in the black community in the 80s. You know what I mean? On the 90s. If you said mental health when we was younger, it meant you licked the glass or you rode on the little bus or you had a helmet on. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! I'm sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean to say that. Like,
or you, hey, Corey,
But to that point, let me just say this real quick.
Go ahead.
The point is this: the simple fact that you may be correct, there was a letdown, but you know where the letdown
yes,
the simile of safety. We were fooled as we got older. We was fooled that we were safer, but the same shit happening to us.
Mm-hmm.
But we were fooled into thinking that it wasn't happening, and we were
Mhm.
safer. We were safer.
Yep.
You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying? Because
you know what?
my generation, we had that common into the enemy. We had that common enemy that we
Oh,
knew
yeah.
who hated us. We
Mhm.
knew who hated us, and they was
You,
obvious about it. But
you know what it is,
as we grew older, they started to mask that.
right?
Yeah.
Tim is a good guy.
Right.
Whatever.
You
But
know
go
what
ahead.
it is? It's the piggyback off like what Cora said about that with not getting taught. And when I'm a piggyback off what he said, because when we was like you said, when he was coming up, like I said, in your generation, Big Dog, and in our generation, the older people would always tell you, like you said, yeah, if something was wrong with you, oh man, ain't nothing wrong with you. Go sit down somewhere. You know, they didn't teach it as being mental health and all that stuff like that there, or weird or whatever like that there. The first thing it was is somebody was sitting around sulking like, oh man, this and that. It was to the fact of where they'd be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you. Because I had a cousin of mine, she passed away the first year of the pandemic. And if she was living now, she'd be about 75. But for years, man, I remember as a kid growing up, this was my dad's first cousin, and she would be,
I
act
went
a
through the
little weird.
same shit Monday.
Yeah, act a little weird and stuff like that there and this and that. And it took her to where her daughter-in-law worked with mental illness, kids, whatever, mental illness, stuff like that there. And it took her daughter-in-law to take her to get her help. And then she had got on medicine. And her last days on earth, man, she was cool. And I remember she told my mom one time, she said, you know what? She said she always knew something was wrong with her. Her mom and my grandmother was sisters. And she said she always knew as a kid something was wrong with her. But she said my great aunt, which was her mom, would always say, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you. Just go on and sit down and go lay down somewhere. And she said she always knew coming up that something was wrong with her, man. But like I said, probably her last 10 years, to about last 10 years before she passed in 2020, man, she was cool, man. You know what I mean? Because now she was thinking straight. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that mental stuff went away because her daughter-in-law seen it from working with people like that and took her to doctors and got help and all that. And her last 10 years on earth, man, before she passed in 2020, she was cool, man. Wasn't acting like a nut, none of that stuff, man. But she said, I remember she told my mom, she always thought something was wrong with her. And my aunt, her mom would always say, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you. Just go sit down somewhere. And that's what I said, piggyback what Corey said. That's what all the elders would always just tell you. Oh, boy, sit down. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Just go sit down or go on somewhere. You know what I mean?
Oh, look, they look at you do something right, and they'll be like this. That nigga strange as a motherfucker right there. Look at his dumb ass.
Oh, yeah. He's a nut. He's a nut.
I think that we had to really be careful because if you think about it in retrospect, man, there was always this family or this individual person or whatever, but they were special needs people, and we understood that. We understood that, and we also watched the family unit take care of that person.
Right.
Through the whole situation.
Good point.
So,
go ahead, Damon.
I think, Keith, you spoke about where you think we fell off or whatever. What I think is that when there was a situation that was pushed to show us that what we did successfully as a group didn't coincide with what success was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
And what I mean.
Hold up, man. I need that to marinate, boy. You hit it on the fucking.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Damn.
But
go ahead, brother.
But that's what it is, because if you look at the black family dynamic, we always took care of ours. Yep. Always. We didn't get the supplemental help, no support whatsoever.
Right.
The other people was getting all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we survived, and it always came to a place of survival.
You know what's wild? And Big Dog, I know you're gonna go. I want to know. I always want I want to say this on here. Whenever I talk about us, I'm never discrediting us because there took a lot of shit to get us here, right? Our food, our water, all that different shit we ate when we was younger. 5-pound bags of sugar and fucking Kool-Aid, shit you shouldn't have had, right? We just now finding out we ain't supposed to have that. So all that shit is tearing our bodies down. But at the end of the day, damn, I lost my thought again.
Damn, you was on the road too, boy.
Hell yeah, that's that Whoopi Goldberg smoke.
No.
He said that's that Whoopi Goldberg smoke. That's why he the greatest. He said that's that Whoopi Goldberg smoke.
Ghost.
Yeah, it goes. Hey, that's that Cheech and Chong, man.
All right. Hey, all right. Let me help you out, Corey. 5-pound bag of sugar.
Oh yeah. So all the shit we facing now, like this is what I always say. I try to talk like a 15-year-old versus a 56-year-old. Because if I talk like a 15-year-old, I can remember all the bad shit. Because like I said, even what we're going through right now, this is just the Ronald Reagan era. It's just 2.0. You know what I mean? Like it ain't
Definitely
nothing.
2.0.
Yeah, it's nothing different, right? Besides the fact now they like it's almost like being in a playground, right? And this group's been taken advantage of for a long time, and now all of a sudden the shit has switched, and now they like this, man, any boo, but we got this nigga, this, that, bop, bop. This group was like this, nigga, we didn't want that shit in the first fucking place. They keep the shit moving on. They do this. Oh, really? Give me that.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, can't I have any fucking thing? You know what I'm saying? It's just like you hear somebody call somebody the N-word and then turn around and have Jordans on. Nigga, what? What the fuck are you doing? So the conversation ain't about intellectual no more. Like
You gotta let that marinate because that was it's gonna hit
Yeah.
him later. But go ahead.
You know they have hip hop white power music, hip hop rap.
Oh yeah.
I seen it. That's the wildest shit in the world, man. It's the
wildest shit. Like
Yeah. They be bouncing at each other and shit, man, talking all that nigga, and all that shit like that. Damn, like that's just crazy.
This is where strong perspective for me comes in. Ron got a face that he make, right? When shit is stupid and he don't want to say anything, that he would always look at me when the shit is stupid, right? So that's one of the moments. Why do black people try to preach intelligence to people who choose to be ignorant? I don't understand that.
Because I gotta quote my brother Damon. This is the best way I can answer this for you, brother. Is because we are filled with humanity.
I got that.
Humanity trying to save those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
I
not
don't know, man.
Answer. Now, this is not a rebuttal to you. I'm saying like, Damon has always put me on that humanity. We go through things and we get persecuted and we still deal with it because of the strength of our humanity.
Right.
You know but look, let me do this real quick, man. Chat Live Matter said, I agree with Mr. Armstrong. Just because things are not called mental health doesn't mean that there are no focus on mental health. Church was about mental health. Prayer is about mental health. Then he says, now we know that greens and pecans and the pomegranates and watermelon and bone broth are good for you. Our traditional foods were about physical and mental health. I just want to throw that in there. I thought that was interesting.
That's on point. Like,
really.
And we should have been doing that and taught that early. My bad, big dog.
Look, instead of drinking all the sugar water.
Man, come on, man. The motherfucker, look, this is why I always tell people, right? You get a paycheck. You get paid $10 an hour. I'm going to stay with this one. You get paid $10 an hour. You got to get to work, pay for food to live, the whole nine, and then they say, why you late? Bitch, I got another job. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
All right, so let's make this short, man, because I want to get you guys because we 9:30 right now, Eastern time.
Yeah.
Hey, stay on after we get off. No, for about 5 minutes, guys. But last words of the day. We're gonna start with you, Corey.
When you wake up tomorrow, if you happen to wake up tomorrow, do the same shit, if not better than you did the day before. That's it.
Okay.
That's all you can do. Shit.
Ron.
Like you said, man. When the eyes, God God open them eyes tomorrow, man. Thank Him and going about your day, man. Live your day. You got to live day by day, man. And once you wake up, man, God allow you to wake up in the morning, next morning, man. Do you, man?
That's
Do
real.
you?
Damon, last words, bro.
If you have a premonition and that voice tells you, okay, now it's time to move. Now it's time to make a statement. I'm saying you got to do it.
Yeah.
I'm saying you got to take that risk.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then see where it takes you.
Yep.
That's real.
That's the journey. Yeah.
Jaquari, last words.
Hey, gentlemen, I've heard some heavy things from all four of you, man, and I appreciate the time and
Same here.
And your candor, and I look forward to the next.
Likewise.
My
My
God.
last words,
Definitely.
man. Ron, Corey, I want you guys to come on as frequently as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm with
I
you.
enjoy your conversation. And Damon and Jaquari, hold it down. You held it down as usual.
Yeah.
Man, before you guys, man, this shit was crazy today. It was crazy. I did a
I
Go ahead, man.
had a good time. I had a good time. I really enjoyed myself tonight. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
Me too.
exactly.
I told you, man. It made my
You
day
know,
today, man.
Yeah.
It made
That's what
my
I was
day.
about
I
to
ain't been
say.
on in a while.
Yeah.
It made my
I'm just
day,
being
man.
honest.
Yes,
It
sir.
made my
Yeah.
day. It made my day just to see y'all brothers
That's
and
real.
talk with y'all brothers again, man. It made my day, man. It's like true love is love, man. Cause
You know,
it made
Yeah.
my day, man. That's why I said even in practice when Big Dog hit me up, I said, you know what? I'll be at practice, but I'm gonna try to get on. Like he said, if you
Yes,
can, man,
sir.
boom, see the link. And like I said, it made my day. I'm glad I did get on, man. And
Yes,
yeah,
sir. Same
just to
here.
see y'all brothers doing good, man, and just to see y'all again. You feel me saying? And the talking was 100, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I
Listen,
missed you guys.
yeah.
Fuck that. That's what the fuck I did. I
Oh yeah,
missed the
no
shit
doubt.
out of you
No doubt.
motherfuckers.
No doubt.
That
I
too.
miss being on here, talking shit, the whole
That
nine.
too.
And
That
then
too.
there's answers for next week when I gotta go actually fuck with the assholes so I don't
Mhm.
actually do a Raw Monday.
No doubt. But listen,
Yeah.
do a
And that's
little
why I'm saying,
housekeeping.
man, I don't want to be out there, man, and the audience be like, oh man, damn. Next time I come on and shit, I'll be behind bars or some shit, man.
no, don't let that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Hey, hell no.
I'll be
Don't
sitting,
do
I'll
that.
be sitting behind, and they be like, God damn, that nigga and went up that football field, man, and did what he said he's gonna do.
listen, first of all, people who know you, Ron, they know you were
Exactly.
joking. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
You know it.
yeah.
But look, this little bit of housekeeping, then we gonna end this live. This is Strong Perspective Podcast. We on YouTube live every Friday at 7:30. We're on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and Instagram Live. Check us out. It's about conversation. It's about everything. Go to our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. Build our numbers up so we can go see everybody. We want to see everybody. You feel what I'm saying? But thank you guys. We appreciate you. This is Strong Perspective Podcast. Stay on, guys.
My God.
Enjoy your weekend.
Yep.
Peace.